What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Arunda here. I'm back with another video. So in this video, I'll be giving you the latest from the GFS and European models of what to expect for the rest of May and heading into June. Now, I would say I did see yesterday in one of my updates, just south of Florida in this region right here, there was a potential disturbance. Could have became a tropical storm or a hurricane before it eventually tried to move northeast or northwest towards the southern part of Florida for its coastline. Seemed like it was more trying to head a little bit more north to west a little bit, but regardless, that's where it was trying to go that the GFS was picking up on. Don't know if the European picked up on that as well. The European didn't go that far out, but it is a possibility we could see a disturbance out there between the Gulf and Atlantic. Now, it is another thing that we're supposed to have a below average hurricane season going on across parts of going on for the Atlantic side of the United States and down into the Gulf. Much more higher impacts out towards the west coast for the Pacific. So Mexico, California, Oregon, Washington State got to watch out for some flooding. If it makes it all the way up there in Hawaii, got to be a place to watch very carefully this hurricane season. But regardless, we can still see hurricanes, tropical storms, tropical depressions make their way along the coastline of Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, or here in eastern North Carolina. Even go even further inland. It can even impact states like Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, if we have any that form down there into the Gulf, especially if it get trapped. It is a possibility those have stronger, more time to strengthen before it actually makes a move towards Florida, maybe Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, or Texas. So let's go ahead and get into this video. Sorry about that. So we're gonna start off by 5 p.m. or 8 p.m. tonight for May 22nd. We will have some severe weather going on just south of Charlotte for North Carolina. You're going through western South Carolina, central Georgia, widespread rain going through Alabama, basically a washout through Mississippi. Down there near Biloxi, we'll have some thunderstorms potentially. Scattered showers going across Louisiana and Texas and Oklahoma. Up here into the north central part of the United States, we do have some ongoing moderate, well, might have some ongoing moderate to heavy rain impacting South Dakota, North Dakota as well. And then also through Tennessee, we could have showers and thunderstorms go across the state. Now, I would say students and teachers in my class was saying they lost power because I'm homeschool across some parts of North Carolina because of severe storms that went through yesterday. Now, here in eastern North Carolina, we didn't have any storms last night from that I recall, or at least here in southeastern North Carolina. We didn't have any storms. It was pretty humid though outside, and it was cloudy, and it was very, very warm. So I mean, it wouldn't be surprising that they did have some severe storms up in the other parts of North Carolina, central part, the Triangle area, out towards the mountains. So it's pretty possible that happened. But it did wake up to this morning to some rain showers ongoing, and it been raining on and off with some scattered thunder going across the state as well about 45 minutes ago. But by 2 a.m. on the 23rd, we will be seeing that severe weather making its way into Charlotte, probably going to be impacting Gastonia too. Might get up there near that Greensboro area. It might impact Winston-Salem as well too. We do have some rain showers going on across the Triangle for Raleigh, Durham. It might be light rain showers in Raleigh, and then towards that Raleigh, Durham, it might get a little bit more heavier, and then once you get closer to Durham, it might be a little bit more heavier as well, just depending on where you're at. Cary, Apex, Knightdale, those areas for the Triangle of North Carolina might be impacted. We could have some scattered rain showers going on across the southeastern part of North Carolina along the coastline, including Morehead City, here in Jacksonville, down there in Wilmington. There's a possibility of seeing some rain, thunder. It might be a possibility, but it looks like that chance is very low. Central South Carolina is going to be seeing some thunderstorms potentially tonight going through Alabama, well, Georgia, including Atlanta. We could see some storms, Alabama, Mississippi, and northern Louisiana. Scattered thunderstorms going across Texas. Move that forward a little bit more. It makes its way into the mid-Atlantic and might start impacting New York City pretty soon, according to the GFS. Then also, we could still have some scattered rain showers go across the deep south. Move that forward a little bit more. This is where things get a little bit more interesting. By 8 p.m. tomorrow, a severe weather outbreak, potentially tornado outbreak, breaking out across southern Arkansas, northern Louisiana, southeastern Texas, going to be eventually making its way into Mississippi. Southwestern Mississippi already might be seeing some severe weather. It kind of breaks going through Alabama for now. Just north of Jacksonville, Florida, we do have some storms ongoing for the southern part of Georgia, going through South Carolina. Might start impacting North Carolina. Right now, North Carolina is going to be dealing with some rain Then eventually it works its way with some scattered thunderstorms and showers going on from the southeast and down to the deep south, where you get more thunderstorm activity. And then it weakens. Then we get another round get going off the coast of Texas, and it start impacting Louisiana with some strong thunderstorms. And then it get more widespread through the Carolinas up towards the mid-Atlantic. New York City getting some pretty heavy rainfall, potentially thunderstorm flooding might be a little issue in some areas there. Then also just south of Louisiana, see them storms still hanging on. Then it's just getting a little bit more widespread across the southeast and the deep south. We move that forward a little bit more. We're still dealing with rain ongoing across parts of the southeast and the deep south, and even up in the northeast with a low pressure coming out of Canada, and start impacting areas like Maine, bringing some probably strong winds, heavy rainfall as well. Scattered rain and snow showers out towards the west coast, but for the most part, it's going to be pretty dry still, especially for California, and might remain hot. We can see a little severe weather outbreak ongoing across southern Mississippi around 8 a.m. on the 29th. And it could have a chance to produce a tornado, but for the most part, it's going to be mainly rain across the state and northwestern Louisiana. We could see some severe weather going into the eastern part in the Outer Banks for North Carolina. Could see some thunderstorms, probably some gusty winds here and there. Flooding might be a concern too, but for the most part, that is not too much of an issue there. We could see another round, and it's kind of interesting here. Another round of severe weather gonna go up here for the Outer Banks. A low pressure just over my neck of the woods, or just south of us here in Jacksonville, North Carolina, or near Wilmington around 8 p.m. on the 29th. Getting going, bringing a lot of moisture for the southeast and the deep south. Thunderstorms back towards Oklahoma and Texas. And this is the area I'm watching for a potential development get going down there south of Florida. Still just dealing with a washout across the southeast and the deep south. And then we get that forward a little bit more. We see some energy. We see energy right here on go across south over there near the Bahamas. And it can cause some strong gusty winds, some flooding. I wouldn't be surprised if that is a disturbance potentially. But it's just something you're gonna have to watch out for down there, and it definitely could bring some widespread rain across the southeast, impacting Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. And just look up here in North Carolina. That is just some nasty storms ripping through Charlotte, Gastonia, Asheville, getting up there near the Triangle for Raleigh, Durham, Cary, Apex, Chapel Hill. You get even more worse up there, and just off the coast of us for Onslow Bay. It's seen some strong storms, so the ocean definitely will be rocking. We could look like we have some severe weather on go for the Outer Banks around June 1st at 8 a.m. Now, the disturbance they try to show by June 6th, or whatever storm that might become, to see if it actually happens on this again. Is the GFS going to hold on to it? The European might start grasping onto it if it haven't already. But the European on this model, on this software, really runs shorts a little bit. But regardless, around the 6th, that's when it was showing it starts trying to impact Florida a little bit. But we did something we got to watch out right down here. I'm gonna circle it for you guys. Just look how it got that circular kind of motion in that region right there, going through the Bahamas potentially. So I mean, it's just something we're gonna have to watch out for, because that clearly look like a potential storm, could be a depression. But regardless, and then look at that storm just off the coast of the Carolinas. Though, if that would have went inland, if the waters was warm, you probably would have seen some rotation there, like extremely warm rotation there. And if there anything else happened in the atmosphere, it probably would have been coming straight towards the Carolina, the South Carolina, North Carolina shoreline. But look like it's gonna stay out. Still seeing some storms on go. But now here's the situation right here, y'all. We could potentially have on June 3rd, tropical storm or depression impact or stay just offshore of South Carolina and North Carolina before it turns and make landfall up over Virginia. Now this is kind of concerning. Now we're supposed to have below average hurricane season, but it seems like things are waking up a little bit quick. The 6 was trying to show something just yesterday, and now the European and GFS models is picking up on some type of tropical storm or some type of disturbance getting going just off the coast of the Carolinas. Definitely gonna be some breezy conditions out up over here, South Carolina, Myrtle Beach area, Wilmington, North Carolina, here in Jacksonville, out towards Morehead City. So that's gonna be around June 3rd. So really gonna have to keep an eye out on this because I do have testing. I'm not gonna give you guys a date, but around that time frame. So don't know if they're gonna cancel that out or not. So look at the 6. Okay, the 6 ain't showing that anymore for the GFS of a disturbance showing down there. So it might come back, but it definitely shows something now getting going off the coast of South Carolina and North Carolina in that general region right there. So if it get any stronger, we could see more widespread impacts into the Carolinas, but look like it's gonna just be some wind, probably some light rain here and there, cloudy. And I could possibly see some thunderstorms here and there. So let's go ahead and switch to the European model and see if it has the same outlook or not. Will it cut it short? It might. Well, who knows? Something surprising can happen there. So let's see, today is the 22nd. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the 22nd and go about 5 p.m. today. So around 5 p.m. today, we have some scattered showers and thunderstorms go across the mid-Atlantic, southeast, deep south, and nothing too crazy. You already see most of this, and then it quiets down. Then it tries to explode just off the coast of Texas, kind of like the GFS model was saying, before moving into and being more widespread into Louisiana and Mississippi. And then it starts getting more widespread into the Carolinas and Georgia. And we move that forward, see some moisture down here into the Gulf. Nothing tropical at all, look like. And then we move that forward, we start getting a burst of moisture through the mid-Atlantic, the southeast and the deep south, bringing scattered showers and thunderstorms for much of the United States, basically the southern tier of the United States, dealing with this event right there. Then we move that forward. Then we also gonna have to watch out for look at that moisture in the Gulf. Something is kind of brewing in these areas, y'all, and so we're gonna have to keep an eye out because it's a lot of moisture out of the blue getting going across the southeast and the deep south, and we are reaching 80, 90% temperatures, even feel like temperatures close to the triple digits out of the blue after we've been so long in the 60s and low 50s across the Carolinas, and we're just getting burst with this heat wave. So it wasn't much coming from the European model, but it's just something we're gonna have to watch out for because we can go back to the GFS and show you guys just one more time. But definitely was showing something getting going off the coastline of South Carolina and North Carolina before trying to wrap in and trying to make a landfall look like just on the outer banks. So regardless, it's something we're gonna have to watch out for. It is very possible we could see something get going, and if it does hold on to at least June 1st or 2nd, we might start seeing wherever this becomes. It become a tropical storm. Might see tropical storm watches be issued along the north central, the northeastern part of South Carolina. I'm sorry about that, and eastern North Carolina for potential tropical storm watch. Okay, if this becomes a tropical storm or not. So with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. If it's God's will, stay safe out there, and it's your boy Arande out.